Welcome back, everyone. Trey, you ready to strap on the pads?
Let's do it.
Let's rock and roll. We talked a little bit of having football earlier. Let's do a little playoff action. Let's go down to Viketown. Hoggard hosting a tough matchup against Pinecrest out on the gridiron. Pinecrest was doing their best to try and spoil the home playoff game for the Vikings. But Craig Underwood Scott, well, they have early ideas. They would get on the scoreboard with the field goal in the first quarter. Ball would go back to Pinecrest. And just check this out, Trey. You know, being a basketball player, you get up high for the ball. Check out this. Alexander Roberts from Ben Garbach. He will make the catch. They're going to say it was incomplete, and he would go down to the ground. Looks like a bad injury here, the way he came down with it on his ankle. His teammates would surround him. He would have to be helped off of the field. Never like to see an injury in any level, especially in high school sports in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
It would help him out, but the Patriots would get the ball back. And check out this. They wasted no time on their second chance. It's the answer. Garbach down the middle. It's going to be hauled in by Shamik Reeves. He'll fight his way into the end zone for the Pinecrest score, and you can hear it right there. They traveled a pretty good crowd. That made it 6-3 Pinecrest.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. Extremely competitive. This is the way you want it, especially in the playoffs, is win or go home.
But don't look now. Here comes the Vikings special team on the kickoff to Anthony Schiavone. Picks up a huge block from C.J. Pitkin. Gone 85 yards to the house. That made it 10-6 after the PAT here from Jeremiah Kim. But Pinecrest, well, they would go down and answer right away on their next drive. It's Zathan Hill, and he says, hey, I got your back. Powers it his way into the end zone through the arm tackles. That would give Pinecrest the lead at the halftime break, and you love to see people running with a little authority.
Absolutely.
But Hoggard would turn it over on downs late in the ballgame. That would prove to be the difference. Pinecrest advances, and the Vikings, well, they see their season come to an end, 26-17, the final score. So kind of going back to football, I know you're jumping into it right here in the middle of the football season. I'm sure Joe Katz is sitting there thinking, you know, man, if I could find a way to be there, but it's all you tonight, Trey. So we take a look at this Hoggard team. They had a great season. I mean, anytime you can go deep into the playoffs, you finish 10-2, successful, but now we got to see maybe some of those Hoggard kids head to the basketball floor.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Queen cannot wait to get his hands on those kids. One thing's for sure, they're definitely in shape, and they're definitely bringing a winning pedigree to that basketball program, so it's going to be exciting.
Well, you talked about it, you know, with that transition between basketball to football, how long do you think it kind of takes kids before they're into the groove and ready to go on the basketball floor? Because it's a different type of shape. You know, football, you're being physical up front. Basketball, you're running up and down the court. I mean, is that something that's going to take these kids a while before they're ready for game action?
I don't think it'll take them too long. I think it's just predicated all on Coach Queen and his coaching staff, getting those kids acclimated to their system, getting them acclimated to the plays that they run, and then once they get into that rhythm, they'll be good to go.
Absolutely. Well, it should be interesting to see how those football players transition. It was a great couple of months, you would say, for high school football with all the Hurricanes. Let's take a look at some of our other scores, starting in girls basketball. It's South Brunswick picking up the big win, 39-21 over Heidi Trask. East Bladen beats North Brunswick 75-47. Coastal Christian, they fall on the road to Hickory Grove 45-18. A few other girls basketball finals for you. As we said, Laney big winners over Pender 74-21. It is the Green Sea Floyds. How about that high school name? Winners over South Columbus last night 57-36. West Bladen gets a big win at home 52-30. And then as the boys basketball side of things, Hickory Grove over Coastal Christian. Coastal Christian had the lead, but they fall 75-65. South Brunswick over Heidi Trask by 50. North Brunswick picks up the win over East Bladen 75-60. So a couple of great games there for you. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after the break.